Next stop for the morning is the quarry, where they would quarry out their obelisks. I'm sure you've seen the very famous one that's in the Place de la Concorde in Paris. It's easy to see the unfinished one right up there where all the people are, getting the best angle.
We are in the quarry that they were cutting from the granite stone, especially the obelisk. That it is one that is very close from the river Nile. That's why it was chosen for cutting the obelisk from. There's a lot of, it seemed that there is a lot of obelisk was taken from this place. It is one of the quarry that they were using for that kind of purpose. The important thing is now we're going to know how they were making the obelisk. The first question it is how they cut the obelisk from here. It seems that according to our theory about that, they were digging here for about 1.5 meters down. Then they come to the side or to the edge and they're making a fire. If the stone cracked, that means it is not good quality. So it's not going to work to complete it and make an obelisk. Okay? If it is not so, that it is the perfect stone. After that, they're starting to determine the borders of these obelisks like that. Okay? Of course, they're using the chisels and the small stuff thing, and they're using the diorite stone, by the way. That it is one of the most hardest stone that is found ever. By knocking it, the granite stone is going to be destroyed. It's not going to be that kind of thing. Okay, so that it is the obelisk. Now they starting to come to this. It is the ground, or this it is the mother stone. Okay, so they come to it and they determine the borders all around. Okay, they starting to fill in these holes with wood, and then they mix the wood with water to make the wood expand, and then they starting to connecting between the holes together. Okay, then they come here to this side and to the other side and making a small room or chamber down, and they connecting 3 or 4 holes together, and they go down, and then they starting to dig down to the bottom of the obelisk that they want. And say that they want to for about 1 meters to the length or to the width that they want. Okay, they starting to have a great kind of huge tree's trunk, and they insert it in this side like that. Okay, so then after that they're going to starting to push this huge trunk of trees to move it a little bit, to move it step by step. Okay, the trunks of the trees are going to be used from both sides in order to move it. When they moved a little bit, they starting to putting a small trunk trees down here, to put the whole thing in rolls of the trees, from the trunks of the trees.
They roll them on it, then they roll it.
It's going to be
after they actually hewed out this gigantic obelisk, they would wait until it's flood season, till the Nile was in flood, and have 3 ships that would draw up next to each other, and of course schlepp this whole big obelisk across all 3 ships that would then be moving with the flood down the Nile to go to wherever it had to be placed. And once it got to where it was, they would build 2 ramps, of course with a pit. And if you've ever seen the 10 Commandments, when they're building a city for Ramses and the pylons, all that kind of thing, they would then, by manpower, pull it up via rope, etc. And eventually, poof, there we go. Perfect little obelisk. They told us how many tons this one was that cracked, the unfinished obelisk. Hard to believe that anybody could ever move anything. The scope of it is really something else. Look at that size of that baby up there. There are broken fragments back there of obelisks to be that never were. I love this. I love this shopping. I love looking.
No cheap price.
I know. Salam.